everyone, today I'm going to be talking to you about my newest item to my facial regime. So I'm going to be talking to you about the Konjac sponge. Now the Konjac sponge looks like this. It's got a flat edge on one side and then it's actually in the shape of a round, just half a circle. Now the texture of it is very squishy and it's quite strange. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it makes like a funny noise and it's a real weird sort of texture. Like when I first got it, it kind of had like a medical smell to it and I was like, oh, that's a wee bit off-putting. But when you use it and when you start to using it in the shower, it disappears straight away pretty much. So now it just kind of, I used it, I've been using it alone without my actual face products and my face, like my facial cleanser, but I used it the other day with my facial cleanser to try and get rid of the smell and it just disappeared immediately. So if you're wondering why it does have that smell, I think it is just because it either is to do with the type of one that I got or it's to do with the actual, just the product itself. Now when I ordered them, I got it from konjacsponge.co.nz, www.konjacsponge.co.nz. I actually got two and it just came in the package like this. I won't show any of my details, but it came into a package like this. There was no bubble wrap or anything like that, but in saying that, I mean, it's not really something that can get majorly damaged for courier, so it's fine. So I've got in my package, it just tells me what I got, and it comes in a package like this. This is my other one that I also got, so I ordered two, and each they were $12.95 and shipping cost $4.95 all up, so it cost me about 30 bucks, but for what you're getting, I think it's definitely worth it. So this one here is actually been unopened and I'm going to keep it for when I need to use it. They last for about between 2 to 3 months, so this one here I've only been using for about a week and a half now and it's still fine, so I'll be using this one when my other one starts to get a little bit crappy. So I'll just tell you a little bit about what an actual Konjac sponge is and then about the types that I got. So I've got my Mac here, so if you see me looking down, I'm really sorry, it's just I sort of got some information that I found really good, so I'm just going to read it off my laptop. So it says here what a Konjac sponge is, and it says that a Konjac actually comes from a potato-like plant in Asia and is both cultivated and grows wild at high altitudes. The Japanese have used the Konjac for over 1,500 years as a food source, and over the last century have been using the Konjac potato as a beauty treatment. The Konjac sponge has been handmade from a vegetable fibre, and this plant, along with French clays to contain some pure charcoal from bamboo, and as a result the Konjac sponge is extremely gentle and 100% biodegradable. So it basically is saying that it's a full like natural product, which is why I kind of like it, because you're not putting chemicals or strange things on your face. And it actually says here that when you're finished with it or when it starts to wear, you can even stick it in your compost because it's biodegradable, so it will just disappear into nothing. So it's real cool. I like the fact that you can get rid of it like that. They use the root from the actual plant, so not the plant itself but the roots from the plant to make the Konjac sponge. So what it is an extremely gentle cleanser for both your face and body. On the site that I use, they have quite a few options, and I only got face ones which are in this shape, but you can actually get like rectangle versions and they're for your body as well. So I like that idea. I mean, it shows that they're trying to make a market out of it and make actually a few different options, because some people don't want to use something on their face but really like to cleanse their body, which is also really good. I didn't get any of these, but I have ordered some that are coming, so I guess I just have to wait and see what I prefer. But I know for a fact that I really like to work on my face regime, so I think that's really important over my body, so I chose to go with the face ones purely for that reason. Now just a little bit about what the types that I got. So there's, for the face ones, I think there was about maybe like 8 to 10 different options, and basically they're all to do with a different type of skin or for different reasons for what your age might be or your preference basically. Now this one here that I've opened, oh yeah, it comes on a string, I forgot to say, it does come on a wee string, and they do recommend that you hang it up in your shower because it just avoids bacteria getting on it or growing on it, because with it being a natural plant, obviously, like, that sort of happens. So the type that I got, the one that I just showed you, that's called a Loess sponge. Now this sponge has got mineral clay added to it, and it's basically chosen, I chose it for this reason. It says Loess is great for acne and blemishes. Now I don't know if you guys know, you probably won't because I haven't really told you, but under my, like, under all this makeup that I've got on, I actually have what they call rosacea. So I have quite red cheeks, I constantly have it, like it doesn't really go away. I quite often have to use full coverage makeup and concealer, and I actually use, what I use is primer, BB cream, foundation and concealer if I need it, then a setting powder. So I use quite a lot of makeup. It seems really cakey, but I believe that I don't put it on in a way that makes it look cakey. However, in saying that, you sort of just, it's just how it is. But this one I bought because it says about blemishes. Now I don't actually get a lot of acne, I don't have a lot of pimples. I generally only get like 1 to 2 pimples a month, and if I do have a breakout, it's generally because of something in particular, like maybe I've tried a product that doesn't really agree with my skin. I do have sensitive skin sometimes, so I quite often break out because of that. Also, like things like just having your period or just things like that can sort of trigger it. The other one that I got is called the lemon sponge, so I'll just get that here. So of course it's a yellow coloured sponge. Now this one here, it says it's a packed full of vitamin C, which is ideal for cleansing the skin, and it helps remove dark spots and acne. So I get like very tired, I'm not a very good sleeper, so I get quite bad dark circles around my eye and just in here, and I don't like it. So I thought that this one here would be kind of cool to try out because it's like an all-round sponge, so it does what you want it to do, but it's been sort of targeted for people who have like dark circles or not aged looking skin, but just sort of tired looking skin. So because I do think I have sort of tired looking skin a lot of the time, I thought this would be a good one to try out. So I've got 2 of them, and I've got another couple on the way and some of the body ones, as I said. So I'm going to try out quite a few because I find that just using a couple of them, you can't really tell whether the actual sponge has a difference if there are different types, whereas if I was just to try the natural one that they've got, like there's one that doesn't have anything added to it, like it's just the sponge itself, and I was going to get that one because I was like, probably be good just to review the sponge itself, but I was kind of like, nah, I actually want to get some that are targeted towards the things that I want to improve on my face, because that's the whole idea. So that's a little bit about it. So now I'm going to tell you about what I actually think of the product. So the first day I used it, I was like, oh, it makes my skin feel really soft, I like this is cool, and then I was kind of like, but it's not really doing anything straight away. So, but I didn't really expect that. I mean, natural products generally take more time because they are supposed to work naturally and just take more time, and first impression, I like it. I mean, it's my favourite thing to use in the shower now. I use it for about 3 to 4 minutes, just like going like this, and I use the edges to get in my eyes and around my nose. So I actually really enjoy it purely for the fact that I love the feel of it on my skin. So quite often I'll be sitting there just like, I was like, probably should get out of the shower now. I'll just keep going. Like, I just love the fact that it massages your skin as you're using it. But purely for the product, I think it's really good. I think that I am starting to see improvements. I did have a pimple about around here somewhere. Actually, I think you can still see a little bit of a scar. This pimple was really like angry at me, and like it was really big, and about 3 days later after using this, it actually disappeared. So I was like, I wonder if that was because of it, and I'm assuming it is, because you're basically just wearing away at your dead skin cells and cleaning your face, so which means that there's no reason for dirty pimples to grow. But another thing that I've noticed, which I thought was kind of cool because that was the reason why I actually bought the Loess one, was to do with the blemishes. So I used to get out of the shower, and like I have quite hot showers but not like real hot, and I'd get out of the shower and I look like a complete tomato. Like my face and my cheeks are just red. But the last couple of days I actually noticed that getting out of the shower, my face isn't so red, and even when I don't wear makeup, I noticed that my face, like my rosacea, isn't as fiery. Like it's still there, don't get me wrong, it's still there. I think I'm probably always gonna have it, but it's not as bad, which I'm assuming it's to do with the sponge, because I've never sort of noticed that before. So that is definitely a plus in my book. Anything to get rid of that is a plus in my book. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to wait and see, but I definitely do recommend you trying it out. So once again, I'll put the site down below of where I got them from. So it was just www.konjacsponge.co.nz. Now if you live anywhere else, there's, I mean, just look into Google and just put up Konjac sponge and so many sites come up. There are like rip-off ones, and you can get them from like Asian sites and stuff like that, but I just preferred to go straight from a supplier just because I wanted to see the difference and see if getting an actual one from a supplier might have been better than just getting some sort of like dupe that you're paying like a 1/8 of the price just because it's, you know, just because you can, but it might actually not have the same sort of effect. Sorry. So anyway, that is my review. I think that definitely try it out. I mean, if you don't want to try it out too many like I did, and you don't want to spend too much, maybe try a cheaper option, like getting it from maybe like AliExpress or something like that. I know that they sell them. Maybe trying like that sort of site and paying like $3 is probably more your thing, just to try it out. I don't know. However, I do recommend the product. Definitely worth what you pay for. Anyway, I'm gonna go, ladies, so thank you and goodbye.